I'll be honest with you guys. I didn't think Mr. Beast had it in him to cut off Kris. I didn't think he had it in him. Kris Tyson is going to ruin Mr. Beast's career, his legacy. I'm sure you all know who Kris is by now. You know, if you don't, he was one of Mr. Beast's closest friends. Started out as an American badass, some would possibly even say. Time passed and now he has transformed into Kris Tyson. You know, instead of spelling Kris with a C, they spell it Kris with a K. Kris has become full-on transgender, a woman. I don't know if they still have a in between their legs. It's not really none of my business, but the point is Kris is now a girl, which is kind of crazy, right? Considering the fact that this guy had a whole life as a man before. You know, he had a wife, kids. Some people say he left the family. I don't know, don't really care either. But the point is, as soon as Kris became transgender, became a woman, everybody was already telling Mr. Beast like, yo, you gotta drop him, you gotta get rid of him, this is a bad look, you're corrupting the kids. But now it seems that all those people that were telling Mr. Beast to get rid of Kris, it turns out they were actually right, because Kris is getting hit with career-ending allegations. Word on the street. It's not even word on the street. There's actually proof, guys, that Kris was talking to an underage minor that was 13 years old. And Kris was 19. This minor, we'll call him Lava. I doubt Lava is their real name. If you go on their birth certificate, I doubt it says Lava, right? Lava was telling Kris to stream again. And then Kris says, thanks, dad, you want to moderate it? So already kind of weird, right? Like, why would you call a little kid dad? I ain't calling nobody younger than me daddy. Facts. I ain't calling no, especially if I don't know him either. That's crazy, right? Already raising eyebrows, already question marks all over the place. Kris, it's not looking good for you. But then it gets even worse. Then Lava shows us this snap that he got from Kris, where Kris is saying coming for America, and it's not coming like C-O-M, it's C-U-M, like ejaculation coming. So again, more eyebrows are raised. Earlier I said Kris could have been seen as an American badass. I take it back, because this is not what America is about. Here we are. We even got a picture of Kris with the minor, right? We got his face blurred out because he was a minor, a doo-doo diaper. I'm not sure how old he is now, but point is, Kris linked up with this kid. I heard that like they drove out to meet each other in a camp truck. Like, what the hell? Why are you driving out to meet a kid in a camp truck? Very weird, very concerning. The whole internet was blowing up, attacking Kris. Like, yo, what the hell? It caused Lava to come out and defend Kris himself, right? He says these videos are massive lies and twisting the truth. Ava, which is also Kris, never did anything wrong and just made a few edgy jokes. I was never exploited or taken advantage of. He's saying Kris did nothing wrong, but why are you talking to a minor for so long? That's weird. Making an ejaculation joke or a 13-year-old, kind of weird. Calling him dad, kind of weird. This is all weird activity. And he kind of debunks himself by saying he made a few edgy jokes. Why are you making edgy jokes with a 13-year-old you don't know? That's just weird, bro. That's some EDP stuff. Possibly even some Dr. Disrespect stuff. And it turns out that Kris has always been on some weird EDP stuff, because Killer Keemstar came out and says that Kris supported the cartoon child predator artist known as Shadman. Never heard of him. And this child predator drew a picture of Keemstar's daughter at the age of 8 in a sexual manner. And it's a known fact. Damn, Keem, this guy, this woman, whatever you want to categorize him as, this person got turned on by a sexual picture of your 8-year-old daughter. Oh no, Keem, you got to fight this guy. I mean, like, I know it's transgender hate, but like, come on, this is your daughter we're talking about. This is the safety of your daughter. Even if you wanted to have a little bit of wiggle room with Kris for the whole, you know, those messages with the minor, there is no wiggle room. But even if you could somehow find a way to finesse some wiggle room with that, you can't finesse some wiggle room with this. An 8-year-old girl, it's not looking good for Kris, and more importantly, it's not looking good for Mr. Beast, because this is your partner, he's your employee, he works for you. And now more and more of Mr. Beast's former employees are coming out to say that this is regular. Mr. Beast knows all about it, and the Mr. Beast ship is about to sink.
My name is Dawson. I worked at Mr. Beast from February to May of this year, 2024. Kris is the tip of the iceberg. And when Jake the Viking says Mr. Beast knew, yeah, Mr. Beast knew. I heard many times that Ava, Kris Tyson, is a major liability, but they can't get rid of her because she's already threatened legal action and she knows too much. And when all this information comes out about everything that she knew, everything other people know, I promise you on everything Mr. Beast has done. Amazon, if you can get your money back, get your money back.
This video has raised a bunch of new questions. What has been happening behind the scenes with the Mr. Beast crew? What does Mr. Beast know? Is Kris really threatening to sue Mr. Beast if he drops him? Mr. Beast, he's kind of in a pickle. He's in a hot scenario, right? Like, do you drop your best friend, get called a trans hater, or do you keep supporting your friend who is starting to look more and more like a child predator? At this point, you know, Mr. Beast, he got to respond. Mr. Beast has to say something about this. When this all first started with Kris becoming a transgender, Mr. Beast was kind of quiet. He was kind of covering it up by dropping bangers, but like, nah, at this point, nah, Mr. Beast, you gotta say something. You gotta come out and say something. We can't let it slide no more. I don't give a damn if this guy, Mr. Beast, drops a banger called I went and caused a second industrial revolution in Africa. I don't give a f. You gotta respond to this now. But speaking of responses, Kris actually responded by deleting all their tweets. Don't really know what that's going to do. I don't know how, like, you think you delete all your tweets, everyone's just going to forget about this. You think you delete your tweets and then all the evidence just goes away. It doesn't work like that. I never really understood why people delete their tweets when they come under fire like that. That's not going to do anything, right? That kind of makes it look even worse for you. But hey, this is America. You got freedom of choice. Mr. Beast is not looking good for you. And then you add on the fact that word on the street, word on the trenches, word in the low income communities that Mr. Beast knew about this the whole time. What does that say about Mr. Beast? Oh, so many questions. So many questions. My head is starting to hurt. What do you guys think? What can Mr. Beast do to solve this issue? Well, actually, Mr. Beast hopped on the opportunity right away by dropping 2 new video bangers back to back. The first one being, I locked 100 kids in a room with my best friend. 3.6 million views in 41 minutes. Oh my God, it must have been a banger. It must have been a banger. But I guess Mr. Beast wasn't done dropping banger because then he dropped another banger right after that called, I left my tranny friends alone with children on an island for 30 days. Oh, almost 200 million views. Oh my, yo, Mr. Beast is the ultimate opportunist. The ultimate opportunist. Oh my goodness, this is crazy. The way Mr. Beast can adapt to certain scenarios, it has to be studied. It has to be taught for the next generation. Breaking news. Alright guys, so I was literally just about to upload this video, but then Kris came out and responded. Kris says, I would like to apologize for any of my past behavior or comments if it hurt or offended anyone. It was not my intent. Seeing recent events, we've mutually decided it's best I permanently, that means forever, step away from all things Mr. Beast and social media to focus on my family and mental health. Wow, a lot of things to unpack with this tweet, like, right? So first off, it's kind of like pretty much the basic apology tweet, whatever. I don't really care about that. What really has me shook, like, yo, what the hell, is the fact that Kris is permanently stepping away from Mr. Beast's content. That means we're not gonna see Kris ever again. So that leads me to go on and ask, did Mr. Beast go ahead and cut Kris off? Was he like, yo, Kris, you gotta go, you f***ing up my stuff, you gotta leave? That is insane. I'll be honest with you guys. I didn't think Mr. Beast had it in him to cut off Kris. I didn't think he had it in him, right? Because I know Mr. Beast, he's a big fan of Naruto. If you know anything about Naruto, he's a good friend. He's a damn good friend, actually. Naruto went through the depths of hell to save his best friend Sasuke. And considering that Mr. Beast loves Naruto, I'm thinking Mr. Beast would apply that same type of loyalty to his best friend Kris. But then again, at the end of the day, this ain't no anime, nigga. This is real life. Do you think Mr. Beast made the right call? Let me know in the comments. But we're not done with that yet, because remember what I said about Keemstar earlier? Well, guess what? Keemstar spun the block. Oh my God, Keemstar spun the block on Kris and responded to that tweet saying, you didn't apologize to me a month ago in private when I brought up your behavior supporting the cartoon child predator artist that drew my 8-year-old daughter in a sexual way. That's what I'm talking about, Keem. That's your daughter, bro. You gotta stand up for your daughter. I respect it, bro. That's a W for Keem. That's a W for Keem. Did Mr. Beast make the right call? Are you guys gonna miss Kris? What is Kris gonna go on to do now, right? Kris talking about something, he's gonna go focus on his family, but word in the street, word in the trenches, word in low income communities, Kris left his family and wife to go be a transgender. So I don't know how that's gonna work. And at the end of the day, it's not really my business. I don't really care. After all the allegations of this dude messing with little kids and stuff, I'm not even sure if the mother of Kris's kid would want Kris to be around him at all. But I would love to know what you guys think in the comments below. So let me know, because I read and respond to all the comments. If you made it this far, leave a like and subscribe. We're on the road to 5K. Share with your friends if you got some friends. If you don't got any friends, I don't know, open up another tab or something. I don't know. But regardless, my name is Kreezy. I hope you all have a blessed, splendid, terrific day. And I'll see all of you again when I drop another video.